Welcome back to the City Current Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference, empowering the good, and we love talking about financial literacy. We're honored to be joined by RISE Memphis. We have Shelia Terrell. She's the CEO and co-founder of RISE Memphis. How are you doing, Shelia?
I am well, Jeremy. It's a good day for a good day.
Absolutely. Well, especially when you talk about financial literacy and helping and empowering our youth. And so let's start with a little bit of history and some context. Give us some history for RISE Memphis.
Okay, well, RISE is a local nonprofit organization. We were chartered in 1999, and we have been serving the Memphis community for 22 years now. So we're really proud of that aspect. We are a 501c3 organization, and we seek to improve the community by providing financial literacy tools and incentives to help families build assets and make better financial choices.
When you look at working with families, working with youth, give us an idea of the grades, the age ranges.
Okay.
Go ahead and dive into the details.
Okay, I will. Well, we have several programs. Our signature program is called Save Up. It's an individual development account program where we combine financial education along with monetary incentives for working low to moderate income adults here in the city. And those funds can be used to purchase first-time homes. They can be used to purchase vehicles for post-secondary education, micro-enterprise, and computers. That program, again, is for working adults ages 18 plus. We also have a program called Gold Card. That's GOAL card. It's a program for youth students grades 5 through 12, where we teach financial education, and we also provide incentives for them. And the goal for that program is to make sure that we have caring adults who are mentoring children and helping them to improve their conduct, their grades, and their attendance. So we're very proud of that program. We also have a program called Silver Neighbors. That's a program for our seniors ages 62 plus, where we talk about financial education, help them not to become victims of predatory lenders. A lot of times we think because an individual may have reached a certain age that they have all that they need to know about finances, and that's just simply not the case. So we train seniors to train seniors about financial education or any other topic that may be relevant to that stage of life. And last but certainly not least, we are partnering with the Shelby County Trustee's office, and we offer the Greater Memphis Financial Empowerment Center. Now, all of our other programs, with the exception of Silver Neighbors, has a stipulation related to your income. However, with our Greater Memphis Financial Empowerment Center, anybody in Shelby County can have the opportunity to meet one-on-one with a certified financial counselor to work on their finances. And we think that's just awesome. It's important to know that everything we do here at RISE centers around financing and having a better quality of life.
And you cover so much ground. I mean, just as you alluded to.
Yeah.
When you talk about financial education, I think some gravitate toward banking, and obviously then you get into like the loans with the home loans and the auto loans and things like that. But to your point, financial education covers such a broad spectrum. And so when you talk about financial education and what that entails, paint the picture of all the different kind of topics and themes that you tie into your curriculum.
Okay, the first thing we have to get comfortable with is just the meaning of money. What does it mean to have money? What is your attitude about money? Just how does it feel? How does it make you feel when it's time to pay your bills, or when you get that first job, or you're looking for a job and you're now having to manage this thing called personal finances? So we talk about that. We talk about setting financial goals, because we know that every aspect of your life involves your finances. We talk about your attitudes toward money. We teach people how to develop spending plans, i.e. budgets. We try not to use the word budgets because it has a negative connotation. So we wanted to develop a plan for our spending. We talk about becoming banked and, not keeping your money under the mattresses or using fringe lenders to cash your payroll checks. We want you to utilize banks for several reasons. We talk about retirement because that comes up just very quickly. I don't know about you, Jeremy, but just a couple of weeks ago, I was 25 and I don't know when the time passed. We also talk about just what your future looks like and what you can do to not only have a future for yourself, but your children's children. We want to eradicate this thing called generational poverty. And the only way that you can do that is through financial education, but you have to start today. You have to look at your circumstances. You have to develop a plan. You have to talk to everyone in your household who is responsible for income or expenses. Everyone has to get on the same page so that we can move the entire family along to have a better quality of life. So we talk about just a number of things. I failed to mention credit. We know credit is extremely important. We talk about the credit report. We talk about credit scores. We talk about how to improve your credit. We talk about how to obtain credit. So everything that's related to your personal finances, RISE's curriculum takes a stab in making sure that all of our program participants and clients understand what's necessary to have a good financial future.
Yeah, I love it. And so extremely important.
It is.
What are the things that you look at when you look at stats, metrics, and I'm thinking on both sides. What are you looking at in the community that paints the picture of the need and the gaps? Mm-hmm. And what are you tracking on your end? What sort of stats and facts and figures are you looking at on your end to show progress?
Okay, well, studies show that the average American does not have $400 saved for a financial emergency. And we think that that's really a sad statistic, although true. So what we do is we meet people where they are. We come in, we do an assessment. We talk about what it is that they want to see out of for their financial education. What topics are important to them? What issues are they having? And we show them that more times than not, with you developing a spending plan and telling your money where to go, because we know at the end of the month, if you don't tell it where to go, it won't tell you where it went. If you break a 20, you think about it. You don't know where that 20 went by the end of the day. So we come in, we assess where you are, where you're trying to go, because our goal is to get you where you're trying to go. And for our different programs, we assess what programs you are eligible for, and we match you to those programs. Specifically, we would like to make sure that everybody who comes through our doors has an opportunity to work one-on-one with a financial counselor through our GMFEC, our Greater Memphis Financial Empowerment Center. We also have group sessions. We do a quarterly workshop where anybody in the city can log in via our Facebook Live page and just talk about different financial topics. But again, we assess where people are and we help them to move to where it is that they want to be.
What are the things right now that you're tracking? And I'm thinking more around the state of the economy with inflation, recession, all these kind of buzzwords that you're seeing in the news as headlines. What does that mean for the impact on your efforts?
It means that just like with the pandemic, more people are realizing that they need help with their personal finances. So we're beginning to see an influx of people who are coming, who are not ashamed and are saying, hey, I've never had the benefit of financial education before, and I need some assistance. So we are here to help every member of our community, whether you're employed. Some of our programs require you to be employed, but again, with our Financial Empowerment Center, you're not required to be employed. And again, we want to make sure that you get the information that you need to have a better quality of life. We have had our Greater Memphis Financial Empowerment Center in operation. We're in our third year now. And get this, we have helped about 1,138 clients to reduce their non-mortgage debt to the tune of $2.3 million. And we are extremely excited, especially in a city where we have a very high poverty rate, to help people to understand how to manage their finances, how to develop a plan, and how to get out of debt is something that we're extremely proud of. And then once you're out of debt, now you have those resources that you were paying on your debts to begin to save and get an emergency savings of 3 to 6 months of your annual income. After you do that, you're now ready to start investing your money. You're also now ready to, because you have that stress lifted off of you, you're ready to now develop some micro enterprises that by taking your talents and gifts that you've been given and turn those talents and gifts into finances, additional income for your family, again, to move you up that financial scale and have a better quality of life.
And everything you're talking about plays a really critical role when you talk about generational poverty and getting a family for generations headed in a new direction.
Absolutely.
All of that paints and creates a solid foundation for not just the future of the immediate family, but the generations to follow and come. So really important work you're doing. And so maybe share one or two success stories. Obviously, there's many, but you don't have to name names, but give us one or two that stand out in your mind.
Okay, well, one lady, I'm thinking she, in the beginning, when she came to RISE, she was living in public housing and did not have any inkling about how to manage her finances or that she and her family could actually move out. So someone told her about RISE. She came over. She was involved in our Save Up program. She was able to save. I remember her son on Thanksgiving, during the Thanksgiving holiday saying, you know, I don't want to do anything special for Thanksgiving. I don't want to do anything special for Christmas. Let's go and see that lady who came to see us at RISE and let's begin to save our money. That lady has completed the program and has been in her home for several years. We have individuals who come and again, they learn what it means to manage your finances and to pay off debt. We have individuals who are taking their talents and establishing micro enterprises. We are focusing all over the city, but we do have some special projects in the Fraser community and also the South Memphis community because the incomes tend to be lower there. We're seeing people who are able to start their own small businesses. They're getting educated and earning more income and taking the tips, tools, and techniques that they're learning with RISE to increase their income and again, being able to leave something for their children's children. So we're just excited about all of the things that are going on. During the pandemic, we have had several individuals who were able to purchase homes. And one thing that I'm especially proud of during the pandemic, we did not have any of our savers to deplete their savings accounts. And we think that that is just grand because if you manage what you have coming in, if you manage the people in your household, if everybody comes together and develops a written plan, not a plan that's in your head, but a written plan and reviews and sticks to that plan every month, you can pull yourself out of debt. You can have a good financial future and you can pass all of the information that you learn along to not only your other family members, but people in your community. When one of us wins, the entire community wins.
Very well said. Speaking of community, how can the community help your efforts?
The community can help our efforts by sometimes we need volunteers with our young people in our schools. If you have a specific expertise, especially in the banking industry, you can volunteer to teach a class. But most importantly, we need finances in order to continue our work. So if you would like to donate, please go to www.risememphis.org. That's risememphis.org and donate. Giving Tuesday is coming up soon, and we would like to encourage you to consider RISE when you're giving, not only for Giving Tuesday, but even a monthly donation. We can set up a plan where it won't have such an impact on your finances if you're giving monthly. But we need finances to continue the most important work that we're doing here in the city of Memphis and Shelby County.
Going back, I love that you mentioned we don't call it a budget, it's a spending plan. Give me a couple of just tips, recommendations when you talk about general public, and I know sometimes that's a little difficult versus specific instances, but give us some of your top tips when it comes to being better stewards of our money.
Okay. I like to say that the first thing people need to realize is that you are responsible for you. You are responsible for your finances. And sometimes I go in and I may even teach a class occasionally. And the first thing I tell people is to stand up. I tell them to look to their left and their right. And then I help them to realize that for women, a man is not a financial plan. And then I turn to the men and I say, and neither is a woman. You are responsible for your finances. You're responsible for your family. You're responsible for teaching those in your household what it means to have a better quality of life. And the only way that you can do that is through managing your finances and, of course, your health. But finances are absolutely positively important. You have to write down your financial goals. You have to picture them. If you ever run across me in my visor, I have a picture on my visor of the things that I am looking forward to for my financial future. You have to visualize them. You have to learn that instant gratification won't help you to reach your finances. You may want that pair of shoes or that jacket or that purse, but think about how is that going to influence your financial goals? Christmas is coming up, and we all like to go all the way after Christmas. I'm not saying don't make any purchases for Christmas, but we know that Christmas is coming December the 25th every year. So start January signing up for going to local banks and getting in a Christmas club. Instead of buying gifts for individuals, offer your services, instead of buying all of your nieces and nephews gifts. Call their parents and say you'll keep them for a weekend, and that's your Christmas gift, that's your holiday gift. So there are creative ways, make things to give to people. And last but certainly not least, learn to say no, because yes can be too costly when it comes to your finances. Learn to say no. You're not being mean. You are just simply trying to get yourself out of a hole. You're trying to improve your finances. And again, and I know I keep saying this, but you're trying to improve your quality of life. And isn't that what it's all about while we're here, just having a good quality of life?
Well, you mentioned it before. Go ahead and mention it again. So mention the website, social media, phone number. Where do we go to learn more about RISE Memphis?
Go to www.risememphis.org. If you are interested in making an appointment with our Greater Memphis Financial Empowerment Center, you may dial 901-390-4200. That's 901-390-4200. Again, risememphis.org, or feel free to give us a call. But I would like to also encourage you to go to our website and just learn about all of the different programs that we have. We are encompassing the entire family when it comes to finances, because if we teach young people, then they won't become adults who have made, they won't make the same mistakes that the adults in their lives have made. And then when they reach the senior status, they will have it all under control.
Nice. Well, Shelia, thank you for all you and your amazing team do. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.